Good afternoon, guys. Doing a podcast on Bulenox today. Last one we did was on. Who is it
Apex.
on? Who is it on? What was the name of that firm? So hard to remember. 4 letters, starts with an A. Can you remember who we talked about last week?
That one that you like and I'm not a big fan of.
Today we're talking about Bulenox, and we're going to keep bringing new firms and old firms to your attention. We're running this prop firm review series because it's important. At least I think it's important, and I know Omnius thinks it's important that you guys know all the rules before you're a couple of $100 in, before you're 6 months in, and you find out you're not trading according to the rules, and you can't get your payout. So we're going to try and cover all the popular prop firms, and we're also going to try and cover some of the less popular prop firms that may have some programs and advantages that we're not even aware of, and they're offering to have a competitive advantage. But before we begin, guys, Omnius, Bulenox is running a 91% off sale. You can use code Omnius, and you can use code FLOOR, or you can use code FLOOR at checkout. But Bulenox, beware, in no way, shape, or form does this change my opinion about some of the stupid, with a capital S, rules that they have that aggravate me. And I want you guys to also know about and have a complete picture before you go spend your hard-earned dollars. With that being said, let Omnius take it away.
I think we're going to dive into a lot of the rules and expectations of Bulenox. I will say I'm a bit biased. I do trade Bulenox. They are one of my favorite firms.
I do too, and they are one of my favorite firms, if not the favorite. We're going to talk about that later. But okay.
But don't let that that's not going to sway my opinion. I think every firm could do better, and there's things I would like to see. And there are some rules that Bulenox has that we both agree. We do not like them. They're stupid. And Bulenox, can we change some of these rules? A lot of new players coming into the game, a lot of new firms, a lot of good stuff. We have to step up to the challenge.
So, at least consider changing them.
Yeah, and maybe I'll email them this video and see if we can get some of those rules changed. But all in all, I mean, great company. I like them. They're definitely in my top 10. Probably top 5. Like I said, they're my main one I trade. So
they're your main squeeze, huh?
Main squeeze. So, what do we want to talk about first?
I don't know. I guess a quick introduction, and then we'll start looking at the, follow the same format. Then we'll start looking at, the qualification or the eval, and then the master account, see how they're moving people to live. We'll give our score, our rating on it. Let users ask questions. Bulenox has been around for quite a while, actually. I think they've been around almost as long as Apex. I mean, I don't know exactly. Don't quote me on it. It's not really that important, but they've been around a long time, and they're one of those quiet firms that just sit in the background. They don't cause a stir. There's no Twitter ruckus every 2 months over their rule changes or denied payouts. You really don't hear much negative press about Bulenox. They just run their business quietly and efficiently, and I think most people have a good opinion about Bulenox. No?
I think so. And last time we spoke about Apex, I used Bulenox as a side-by-side comparison. So, in all fairness, I want to do the same with Bulenox, and we'll use Apex, which is a similar company, as a side-by-side comparison, and some of the things that I like better about Bulenox and some of the things that I don't.
You got your screen open on the qualification rules? Not that many, not really that much to go over, but we'll go over them.
I do not. Don't really look into qualification rules as much as I probably should.
Well, how about pull them up, and in the meantime, I'll just go over quickly, kind of an introductory topic: the platforms that they offer, that they have available. Obviously, NinjaTrader with Rhythmic, one of their main platforms. Their main platform is Project X. I would say, I'm guessing, but I would say 90% of their traders are on one of the two. Project X, if it continues the way it was announced a little while ago, support for the other prop firms is going to disappear come in February. So I guess we're back to NinjaTrader with Rhythmic, but they do show all these other platforms here also. ATAS, Quantower, Sierra Charts, Bookmap, not Bookmac. I was thinking of Big Mac. Bookmap, Motive Wave, Photon. So you get an idea over here. Basically a full buffet of supported platforms.
All right, I got the eval rules. Trading days, no minimum trading days to pass. Just pass the account and you're good to go. Time to trade starts at 5 p.m., ends at 4 p.m. That's pretty normal across prop firms now. All positions must be closed by 5:59 Central Time.
You know if they close automatically? Hopefully we'll take a look at that. But
I've never had Bulenox fail me for an accidental position or an order. I know some of the firms will. I do believe Bulenox would just close your position or close your trade. So I think they're a little bit better at that than some of the other ones. Maximum position size depends on selected account. Once again, Bulenox, I believe, will not let you go over your size. It's not something you're going to accidentally do and they're going to fail you for. Bulenox has a lot of these rules, and they put things in place to protect the trader. And that's one of the reasons they're one of my top firms.
Yeah.
Because they really show time and time again, and we'll get through this more and more, that they put things in place for the trader, not to try to get you in the fine print, or the red tape.
They're on the side of the trader.
If you're trading with Bulenox, you trade them with a company that allows you to succeed if you put in that effort. They're not there to trip you up. So I like that about Bulenox, and we're going to talk about that more and more.
Do you know what the trader's objective is?
Reach profit target to get a master account. Trailing drawdown. Do not allow maximum drawdown on your account. So one of the things we have to talk about is that they do have trailing drawdown, and I know more and more people don't like that. Some companies are actually going to end of trade trailing drawdown. Bulenox has not yet done that, as far as I know. I would like to see Bulenox get more with that. We should be doing end of trade drawdown. If I take a trade and it goes up $1,000 and then comes back to break even, I shouldn't be down $1,000. That's it's not fair. And I think that's one of the rules that they need to catch up on. List of instruments, basically all the ones, futures instruments. We don't have to go through this huge list.
No, a full buffet. I just want to bring up also, though, it's 1 to 10. Minis to micros, or micros to minis, however you want to say it. Not all firms are 1 to 10, believe it or not. Some firms, I've seen a firm just recently was 4 micros for every mini.
We do have use of trade copiers, algorithms, strategies, and bots. So from their website, our company does not provide any kind of algorithm. However, it is not forbidden to use them. We are not responsible for any technical issues that might be caused or related to third-party software. If there is an issue with the software, we recommend contacting the developer. So one thing that we should note is that there's not any rule against using bots or trade copiers, but they do have a rule against trade copying to other prop firms. So I believe that's a soft rule. I'm not really sure. Never had an issue. I don't see where it says anything about it. You want to move on to the master account, or you want to keep going through more?
No, just looking here quickly. Status. This is ridiculous. This is just, not something we need to bring up. Status, whether your status is a professional or non-professional. That's just data. Scaling. Not a lot of firms use scaling, and they have no scaling. Option 1. That's the account with the trailing drawdown. We'll give a quick explanation of how trailing drawdown works in a minute. Then there's the end of day with scaling. That's another option for their evaluation account. So this is end of day drawdown. Your drawdown level moves up only based on your end of day balance. It doesn't get adjusted up during the day. And this account does have scaling. I don't have to go over all the numbers for you. You just go on their website. You're going to see the account sizes and what level of profit you have to get to before you can scale to the next contract size. I mean, just for an example, the 50K account where you see my mouse is, they do allow 7 contracts on the trailing drawdown. You can access that. Minis, you can access that right away with the trailing drawdown. But if you're going to go with the end of day drawdown, you have to get to a $1,500 profit before you can go to 4 contracts. Between 0 and 1,500, you can only trade 2 contracts, so you do have scaling. On those accounts, there's also a daily loss limit. On the 50K account, we'll just talk about that one all the time. It's 1,100 after qualification. For the master account, the daily loss limits are removed after the maximum drawdown threshold is reached. So on the 50K account, again, once you get to 52,600, they'll remove the daily loss limit. And then the master account fees. You want to go over the master account fees? Do you have that up?
So also the trailing ends at the 5,200 also, right?
Yeah, the trailing also disappears at the
well, on the, I guess we're still talking about the eval. So the eval, you go to what, 300, 3,000? And then on the funded, after a certain amount, stops.
No, it's based on the trailing drawdown. The trailing drawdown is 2,500. So it's 2,600. It's the trailing drawdown plus 100.
Right.
I get confused too sometimes. I make that mistake. I think it's the profit target, but no, it's the drawdown number actually. The master account fees.
We get into commissions. Commissions are basically the same.
No. Go back one step.
What do you got?
I'm not letting you off the hook so easy. The master account fees.
I don't see that. Go ahead.
Right above commissions. Open up what is it? The end of day account.
I don't see it.
Right at the bottom. Okay, well, I'll bring it up and I'll let you talk about it. Master account fees. 148 or 143 for the 25 and the 50K accounts. $248 for the 100K account. $498 for the 150K account, and a whopping $898 for the 250K account. What does that tell you? Tell you what it tells me. It tells me they don't want you to trade anything but the 50K account. Yeah. Or that if you're going to trade the higher accounts, they want you to open up your wallet. That's what it tells me.
I forgot all about that. Yeah, that's definitely something that I'd put in things that needs to be changed. I mean, we got too many great firms out there now that's just a flat rate across all accounts.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say that's something that Bulenox needs to work on.
Well, they're sending you a message, in my opinion, with that. And it's clear. Don't bother. They don't want you there.
Well, the thing is, I think we want more and more people using the 100K accounts. And the reason they're not is because of that fee. And I think that's something that Bulenox needs to understand. And like I said, there's a lot of firms coming into play now that have just a fee for every account and across the board. And that's what it should be. I think Bulenox should look into that. Like I said, we'll talk about that. Maybe I'll email in this video and maybe they can look at some of the things we talk about. Commissions, I think commissions are probably about the same across everywhere. Reset fee. So you can reset your account for $78.
How much?
$78.
That's good. That's fair.
Don't really know why anybody would. if it comes to a reset, just cancel the account and
yeah, I know, eh? How many people are paying $78 resets when, guys, you can cancel the account and buy another one?
Yeah.
For 91% off. That's like, what is that? $15 for a 50K account? $17?
Let's work through this and let's get to the master accounts. I don't think people really care so much about the qualifying.
No problem. Well, fees, yeah.
Minimum days.
We'll get to that.
You can finish in as little as 1 day or as long as it takes. Doesn't matter.
Yep. And multiple accounts, but we'll talk about that when we're talking about
multiple accounts. That's more important on the master, not the qualification. So let's go to master.
Yeah, that's good to masters. Okay. Well, simple as pie. Once you reach your profit objective on the qualifier account, I don't think you have to notify them. I think it's automated already. I know there was one firm you had to send an email to, but no, I don't think it's these guys. Omnius, do you know if you have to send them an email? I think it's all automated now, eh?
I know that I've never sent them an email, so based on that, I mean, it should be automated. But I will say something to touch on that I had an issue with a while back. A lot of people talk about Bulenox that you can, what would you say? You can kind of hold your account, put on hold. So if you pass an eval, you don't necessarily have to activate your master right at that time. You can, in a way, kind of wait. But one important thing to note is, and some people talk about that, but they don't talk about this part of it. In order to hold an account longer than 7 days, you have to have a master account. So once you have an active master account, every eval that you pass after that, as long as you have at least one master account activated, and Bulenox did tell me this in an eval, so it came straight from them. Once you have at least one master activated, every qualifier account that you pass after that, you can just pause until you're ready to activate it.
Yep, so, you see it into your dashboard. I saw it last time. They're listed as pending.
Right.
So until you activate it, they're listed as pending. And the great thing is you're not rebuild on your evaluation. Nope. I know some firms, they continue to rebill you on your evaluation as you hold it. Even though you've passed, you're still billed if you haven't moved it over to the SIM funded account, whatever that firm's name would be, for the SIM funded account. But no, in this case, it just sits there pending. Your rebilling stops. That account, the eval is canceled. And that's a great feature. I like that.
Now, one of the reasons that this is really important and this helps out the trader is because once you do activate a master account, they have your favorite rule from Bulenox, the 5-day rule.
Is it my favorite? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's my favorite or the copy trading rule is my favorite. It's a competition.
We'll get into that a little bit later, but it's important to note that if you activate a master account, go ahead.
The 5-day inactivity account abandonment rule.
Right.
They give you 5 days to trade or to take a trade, or your account is considered abandoned and it is subject to cancellation, and they take it seriously. How do I know? Because I accidentally let one account go 5 days without a trade, and I got a warning email that told me you have 2 more. It's 5 days, and if you don't trade within the next 2 business days, we're going to consider your account abandoned and we're going to close it. So I know they take it seriously. Not all firms. There are other firms that have that rule, but they clearly say, we don't really take it seriously. We have traders 30 days. We don't care. But no, I can say from experience, Bulenox takes that rule very seriously.
And some of the other companies now, that's a 28-day rule. And I think that Bulenox really needs to work on that one. Minimum should be 14. Maybe 28. I mean, it's just that's one that they need to update. But get into that a little bit later. So if you pass your eval, you're not ready to trade the master account actively. They want active traders. They have made that very clear. They want active traders. So if you're not ready to be an active trader, you can just pause it, put it on hold. As long as you have one master account, you could focus on that one. Keep the rest on hold.
Yeah, I got to give Omnius a little bit of a hard time because he gave me a hard time a little bit with Apex. And let's say you pass your 250K eval, then you got to pay your master account fee, which is how much? Which is how much?
That's on my list of things to say. Come on, Bulenox. As Skeletor would say, come on, man.
Come on, man. Let's just say, I mean, it's on the screen. You guys can read it, but let's just say, stick to the 50K account. They're competitive with the 50K account. Multiple accounts next on the list. Omnius.
Is there a fee for the master account? Of course. So this is where you should have got into the fee here. Anything other than the 50K. The 25 is about as much as the 50. Anything other than the 50K really is stupid. I would call for Bulenox to review that and let's get some updates on some of these things. Multiple accounts. Yes, you can have multiple master accounts. Like I said, any eval you pass, you can kind of just pause, have it pending. I don't think they have a limit on that. But as far as master accounts, you can have 3 master accounts. You can have up to 11. Okay, you can have 3, and then once you get above the threshold, you can start adding 4, 5, 6, up to 11. And you can copy trade all of your master accounts at once. They don't have a limit on how many you can copy trade.
But you just can't copy trade to another firm at the same time, nor can you copy trade from another firm to Bulenox. Another one of the stupid with a capital S rules that they have. I think they're the only firm I know that has that. And I like to copy trade, so that rule gets under my skin. But I don't think about it. I don't want to start my day off angry every day, so I just have Bulenox trading on a separate platform, on a separate computer, on a separate screen, so they can never say we found multiple logins from different firms. They'll never be able to say that with
especially when you have that rule with the 5-day rule. So I feel like something there needs to be updated.
Anything else on the master account rules? I'm looking here. I mean, there are other master account rules, but I don't really see much except for the, right now, maybe, does it go down? They're just basically talking about the trailing drawdown. You want to give an explanation of what trailing drawdown is and how it works, or you want me to do that?
The trailing drawdown, basically the way they got it set up is you go from your highest profit. So even if you're in a trade and that trade goes up $1,000 and that trade comes back down to a break even, you're not break even, you're down $1,000. And once again, there's another rule that I would like to see them change and update. A lot of companies now are doing end of trade drawdown. I think that makes a lot more sense. We have trailing drawdown and they have end of day drawdown. So for your trailing drawdown, 25 account is $1,500, 50K is $2,500. So, in a little bit of defense of this rule, a lot of the other companies only give you $2,000 drawdown, where they're giving you $2,500. So you do have an extra $500 that goes into that drawdown. So you have an extra $500 to lose. So even though it is from the highest profit, so even while you're in the trade, they still give you that extra amount. I think that in a way kind of makes up for it.
Compensation, the first 10,000 earned is 100% the traders. That's for every account. After that, it's 90-10. Just to remind you guys, I think Apex is the highest with 25,000 per account. The first 20 or 25,000 is to the trader, and after it's 90-10. But anyways, with Apex, with Bulenox, which we're talking about today, it's 10,000, which is still high because I've seen other firms that are lower, 7,000. I've even seen the first 4,000 on one company. So 10,000 is good. The first 10,000 is yours, but there's a little bit of a contradiction about that. I'll bring it up later. You got the withdrawal rules. You want to cover the withdrawal rules, Omnius?
Let's do that one. You got
it. Minimum withdrawal is $1,000. The maximum applies to your account size, which you can see at the top of the screen. You have to complete at least 10 trading days. On their website, see, there's a little bit of contradiction here. A little bit of a, what's the word?
Not misinformation, but confusion.
Yeah, well, not confusion. Contradiction, because after the third payout, there's no maximum withdrawal limit, but there's no after the third payout anymore, because now they say after the third payout, they move you to live. So really what they're doing is they've limited their exposure.
Wait. Let me jump in real quick. After the third payout, they can take you to live.
They can.
We haven't heard many people saying that they've been forced to live, and the people that have been saying they've been forced to live have taken very nice payouts. So, Go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, that's it. Subject to their discretion. Yeah. That's. I was just using their wording.
Okay. They're saying they can. They're not saying that they are, and it's to their discretion. And so far, everyone that I've heard talk about being forced to live has made a lot of money and has taken that money into live accounts. So until we start hearing,
I'm not worried about Bulenox. Like we said at the beginning of the podcast, Bulenox is for the trader. They treat their traders well, and they don't stir the pot, cause trouble for traders, and find ways to deny payouts just for the hell of it. So I don't think you need to worry about that with Bulenox. But there was that inconsistency with the way they say after the third payout there is no maximum, and then a few lines down, after the third payout we move you to live. But which in effect means there is no maximum after that, because you are live and you can make as much as you want. Consistency rule. Omnius.
You want me to take this one?
Sure.
I just clicked off of course. Where they have 40% consistency rule. In comparison, Apex only has a 30% consistency rule, where Bulenox has a 40%. So to me, it's not really that big of a deal. It's just saying that. Does every firm have a
consistency rule now?
Who?
Does every firm, do we know of any firms that do not have a consistency rule once you're on your sim funded?
I think every firm does, and I think maybe they should, because what they're saying is that no, you can't make $10,000 in one trade and expect to be paid out. Now, you can't gamble your accounts and expect to be paid out. And everyone's worried about that one trade that makes them a bunch of money. Okay, you get a trade, makes you a bunch of money. Now make some more trades. Okay? It's not that big of a deal. 40% is probably one of the better ones in the industry, especially for the firms kind of like Apex and Bulenox.
Yeah, it's on the high end. On the high end is 40, 50. On the low end is 20.
I believe I've only seen 50 a time or two, and those are kind of questionable firms. So I think 40. I think they're doing the trader good with the 40%.
Yeah, I think 40% is more than fair.
What's next?
Well, then there's just the funded account, where I had that inconsistency where it said, yeah, let's read it. Upon completion of 3 successful payouts, which means $1,500 3 times, but in all fairness, subject to the sole discretion of the risk management department, qualified traders shall transition to a funded account, thereby permitting them to trade with real capital. Now, here's another very quick. This is, you know what, honestly, this is the most questionable rule that Bulenox has. This is their worst rule, in my opinion.
I think we need to reach out to them and have them clarify exactly what this section means.
I forgot. No, I forgot about this completely. To maintain a balanced trading environment, in other words, so we don't lose too much money, the following balance cap shall be enforced for all funded accounts effective April 28, 2025. Let's just look at the 50K funded. It's $5,000. I confirmed this with 2 inquiries to support, and they explained it very clearly. You have a 50K sim funded account. If we transition you to live, we take the profits in that funded account up to $5,000 per account, and we move it all into one live account. So if you have 3 live accounts and they're all at $57,000, they are going to take $5,000 from each and open you up a live account with $15,000. What happens to the other $2,000 in each account? Gone with the wind. If you have $85,000 in each account, what happens to that extra $30,000? Gone with the wind. You don't see it, they don't pay it, it disappears. They will give you $5,000. So there is no motivation whatsoever to run your account up to $60 or $70 or $80,000, because they can easily just say, we're moving you to live. Here's your 5K for that account, and the rest is gone. Problem is, how do you access it while you're there? Let's say you have a couple of really good days, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000. You see, now you're screwed, kind of, because you can't access that money because of the maximum withdrawal that you're allowed on those first 3 payments. You have to keep trading because you have to trade it minimum every 5 days. But they'll move you to live, and they'll only give you 5,000, and the rest is it's a woozy, it's a wazi, it's gone. So that's, in my opinion, their worst rule.
Once again, I know that rule's on the books, but once again, we haven't really heard many people saying that that's happened to them, or at least I haven't heard that.
Can't say that I've heard it happen to anybody.
They're saying it's at the sole discretion of quality management, and that's what they can do.
Not that rule. That's not what it says. No, not that rule.
It says upon the completion of 3 successful payouts under the master account, and subject to the sole discretion of the risk management department.
Yep.
That's the beginning of this paragraph.
Exactly. That's for the transition, not for the balance cap. The balance cap. The following balance cap shall be enforced. It does not say it is subject to the discretion of the risk management department. It says it shall be enforced.
Once again, it's part of the same section, so I would say it does say that.
You want me to go into my emails and read the support? Should we get clarification on that? Let's just go. Guys, let me go into stream over here. Give me a second and we'll see, because it's important to know, actually. Very important.
It is important. I think that Bulenox should clarify some of these things. And if you're saying that you can't go above $5,000, then that wouldn't make sense. Especially if you're saying you can only take out what, 50? What would you say, 1,500?
Say that again. Yeah, it's 1,500.
So you're saying you can't make more than 1,500 per 10 trading days?
No, you can't withdraw more than 1,500. You can make more, but then they...
Well, then if you say there's a balance cap...
They cap you at the knees. Oh, that's on the master. Yeah, then they cap you at the knees. You don't have access to it. You can make whatever you want. You just can't. You don't have access to it. You can't get it. Ever.
Now the funded account, are they saying that that's the live account?
Yeah, that's the live account.
You're saying in a live account you can't make more than $5,000?
No, they won't pay it to you. Here we go.
Well, then it's not a live account.
Am I on the screen?
If it's a live account, then it would be...
No. We're saying the same thing, or we're sort of saying the same thing, but we're not saying the same thing. Let's get on the same page.
All right. Good.
Let's call it the sim funded and the live. Let's distinguish between the two. And you were. I wasn't.
The master's the sim funded, right?
The master is the sim funded.
Okay. So what's the funded account?
Live. No, we're going to say sim funded and live. There's two accounts.
Okay.
Sim funded and live. If you want, we can interchange the words master with sim funded, but let's just call it live. Sim funded and live. So you're sim funded. You can make as much as you want. You'll just theoretically, or according to their contract, never be able to access it. You will be able to access 1,500, 1,500, and 1,500. And then they can, subject to their sole discretion, move you to the live account. So the question is, well, what if you get your master account, your sim funded, up to $75,000? Can I have my 3 payouts of 1,500, which would be 4,500, and the rest of the balance? Does the rest of the balance then go into the live account? No, there's a balance cap, and it's strictly enforced. You can only get the first 5,000 that remains. And let me read it. Kindly note, your first question is answered in the agreement. All master accounts shall be consolidated into a single funded account. Any master account that's not activated will remain in pending. Regrettably, it is not possible to have both master and funded. That's not what we're talking about. Answering the second question, kindly note that funded accounts do not have a safety threshold. For example, on the 50K account, all of the profit above the initial balance of 50,000 and below 5,000, so all of the profits above the starting line but below 5,000 will be transferred to the funded account. This applies to every master account separately, and they did answer somewhere else saying that the rest of the balance is gone.
So once again, you're saying, and once again, the way I heard it, the way you just read it, is that's what's being transferred to the live account. So it's not saying you can't go above it. It's saying that
you can. Yeah, you can do whatever you want, but you never get it. You'll never get it.
You don't know that. It's at the sole discretion of risk management.
No, I do know that. No. That's whether or not they move.
I think you're missing a part.
Wrong. If
the way that I understood what you just...
I'm going to cut you off.
No. Hold on. You just read it.
Email.
You just read it. Okay, the way I understood it was, they're saying at the sole discretion of risk management, they can take those master accounts, convert them to a live account, and then they can cap it at $5,000 per account.
They can.
Huh?
No. If an analyst, I have it right here. If an analyst, I told you, they clarified this multiple times with me because I couldn't believe it. Here's another clarification.
I think you're misunderstanding what they're saying. So from what I said earlier, I haven't heard of many people being forced to live accounts. And several of the ones that have been forced to live accounts, I've heard say that they've taken more than 5,000. So they're saying that they don't have to give you more than that to convert to a live account. It's not saying as soon as you reach it, you can't go over $5,000. And it's not saying that you can't have that money. It's saying that when they convert your master account to a live account, that they only have to give you $5,000 per account. It's to the sole discretion of quality management.
I argue to the courts that they will only give you $5,000, and here's why. If an analyst has 3 active 50K master accounts with a balance of 53,500 in one, 56,000 in the other, and 57,500 in the third, I'm adding a few words there. This means the profits on those accounts are 3,500, 6,000, and 7,500 respectively. According to the new rules, effective April 28, 2025, each 50K master account can contribute a maximum of $5,000 towards the funded account balance. That's pretty specific. When these master accounts are consolidated into a single funded account, the balance will include $3,500 from the first account, since it is below the cap, and $5,000 from each of the second and third accounts.
All that.
Let me finish.
But let's keep it moving.
I will. Therefore, the final funded account balance will be $13,500. Very clear. Any profit exceeding the $5,000 per account cap will not be transferred or eligible for withdrawal after the transition. It's gone.
So we really need to keep moving. But just to say, once again, it says at the sole discretion, and I haven't heard of this happening to many people. And if it's happened to somebody, hey, post in the comment section, let us know. But we really got to keep moving.
Needs clarification.
We don't want to spend all our time on this one section.
No, that's the last one, but that's a big rule. That's a big issue. And I think we're done. I mean, that pretty much covers everything. That's the reason why I brought it up.
Let's do, I got a side-by-side up that I had from Apex versus Bulenox. So consistency rule, Bulenox 40%, Apex 30. Contract consistency, neither one of them really have an issue there. Contract scaling, Apex doesn't have a contract scaling. I think, no, Bulenox does not have a contract scaling. I believe Apex does. It's half, and you said it wasn't even that big of an issue. Risk to reward, Apex has a 5-to-1 risk to reward allowed. So you can't risk more than 5 times what you're trying to make. That's a silly rule. Bulenox does not have that rule. Hedging rule, everybody knows you can't hedge. CME doesn't allow it, you can't do it. Read through some of these other ones. Multiple accounts. Apex allows you to have 20. Bulenox only allows you to have 11. But then even with the 11, you can only have 3, and then you scale up from there.
That's good. That's fantastic, because it allows you to accumulate some profits, pay yourself a little bit, and not blow 11 accounts on your first try by copy trading.
And they're trying to get rid of... Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, that's it. I just say you get to build yourself up slowly and not expose yourself to 11 activation fees and then blow them in 3 days, you know?
Right. And they're trying to discourage that gambler mindset. DCA rule. Apex has a DCA rule. I don't remember. They change it a lot. I don't know what it is. Bulenox, no DCA rule. Another thing about Bulenox is they don't change their rules constantly. Most of the rules have been the same for many years now.
Yeah, they're the little prop firm that could. They're always there. They're always chugging along.
I think we really need some answers about what gets switched over to the live accounts. I think that's the main thing. I think we need to reach out to Bulenox a bit more. Like I said, I'll probably email them this video. Let's see if we can get some answers here. I do have a list of 6 things that I would like to see Bulenox do better.
Think of it as a Christmas list.
Right. So first thing, end of trade drawdown. A lot of the newer companies are going to the end of trade drawdown. Like I said, Bulenox does give you a little bit more of the trailing drawdown to make up for that. But I think we should be able to do trailing drawdown with the 2500 with the end of trade. I think that would, I think a lot of people would like that, and it would benefit traders. So I would like Bulenox to look into that. Number 2, website update. I mean, come on, can we get somebody to update the website?
Yeah, I forgot to bring that up. That's a sad website.
I mean, we got people going to GPT and making websites in a few hours that look better than that. Number 3, the 5-day rule, abandoning the account. I mean, that's a silly rule. It doesn't benefit traders. I know we want active traders, but can we at least get that to 14 days? I really think it should be 28 days, but
yeah,
I think a minimum of 10 or 14. The ideal that you go to the hospital and you can't trade your account, so you lose it, or you go on vacation, you can't trade your account, so you lose it, or you can't copy trade, so you forget an account and you lose it. Like you said, they emailed you, so they do reach out to you. It's not a hard rule. I mean, I don't know that.
Would you say it's up to their sole discretion?
I would say it's up to their sole discretion. And you don't hear many people talk about losing their accounts because of that. So, in fact, I had an issue with the master account because I was confused on activating the account, exactly how it went. I greatly exceeded the amount of days I was supposed to. I emailed them, they fixed it right away. I mean, Bulenox has always fixed every issue I've ever had with them. So
yeah, I agree. Me too.
I mean, so take it as you want. 4, I would like to see some instructional videos about the site, about the company, learning material. If your goal is to get traders and to be a prop firm that promotes traders, let's get some instructional and learning material out there, things to help these traders out, especially the newer ones. I mean, it shouldn't be too much to get some beginner learning videos out there. Number 5, the discount codes. I really think that they should have, I mean, you've talked about this before. There really should be a best discount code. People shouldn't have to wonder every time they use a code if it's going to give them 91% or 50%.
Yeah,
and
they're in the Stone Ages with that.
So I really think we should just have a best discount code and go from there. Maybe they could give you the option, because they give the affiliates the option to select normally different codes. So maybe they could give the option for the best discount code and then maybe another option for another one, depending on how people want to do it. Number 6, change master fees. I just wrote that on it. We just talked about that. A lot of the newer companies is a flat rate. What would you say? Normally about 140, 120, somewhere around there.
Yeah, 120, 140, somewhere in that world.
I mean, really should just be across the board. I really can't imagine that it costs them more money to activate a 100K account than a 50K account. So, 6 things I'd like to see Bulenox update and improve on. Like I said at the beginning of the video, they are one of my favorite companies. I've seen Bulenox do many things to help the trader. Talk about a few of those things. When Bulenox gives you a 91% discount, they give you that discount not just this month, but next month and the following month and for the life of that eval. Where a lot of the other companies, don't want to mention no names, but Apex, they give you a discount and then you find out next month that it's at a lesser rate, so you have to pay more money.
No way. They don't do that. No way.
So a discount should just
come on, Bulenox. Be fair. Let's be fair to Bulenox. I'm going to be. And it's fantastic that their discount it's recurring.
Mm-hmm.
It's not something that gets changed after your first month.
Also, a lot of soft rules that they have, like the no trade after 459. As far as I know, they take you out of the trade. They're not taking people's accounts because you forgot an order somewhere. Some of the other companies, yes, they do that. News trading, they're not trying to take your account because you accidentally traded 2 minutes next to some news.
Yeah, they don't make a big deal about that.
They don't have a 15-second rule. So one of the big things that we see coming up is a 15-second rule. The majority of my trades don't even last 5 seconds. I couldn't imagine having to hold a trade for 15 seconds. They don't have a no break even rule. You can always go to break even. A lot of things that you can do as a trader that traders should do, and they look out for traders on these things. What other kind of rules would you say?
Well, that covers everything. You know what? I'm glad you brought up the recurring eval fee. That was an important point to bring up, and a big point in favor of Bulenox, that you can get your hands on a 91% discount, and it's recurring. So take your time. You know, get yourself a bunch of accounts, and take your time, because the account is, I'm thinking, $17. I mean, I have some accounts that are renewing at $15. So,
I mean, you really can't beat that.
What a joke!
What an amazing time to be a futures trader and a day trader. I remember people having to put thousands of dollars into an account to try to trade, and now you can literally get the platform and everything and get started and have a great experience for $15, the price of a Netflix. Come on, man.
So what do we give? What do we give Bulenox? Out of 10, I'm going to score him out of 100.
Me, out of 10.
What are you giving Bulenox? I'll let you go first.
I would give Bulenox probably a An 8.
An 8. 8 is phenomenal.
I think
that's pretty much as high as you can get for a prop firm, because every prop firm dips into the pot of garbage and pulls out a couple of rules that no one likes. So 8 is about as high as you can get, eh?
Fine, I'll give him a 7.5.
No,
twist him out.
Hey, I gave Apex a 9, an 8 or a 9 in the beginning, but then I went down. I forgot a couple of things.
We're new to our rating system.
No, but you forget everything. That's the thing. I forgot. I don't even remember what it was that made me drop the score. There was something that made me significantly drop the score right in the end. Go watch the video.
There's a lot of things with Bulenox I think they just do for the trader. The stuff about the live account, I want to reach out to them and get some clarification on that. It's just hard to believe that they're gonna let you trade an account and then say, "Oh, we're pushing you to live, and then we're taking all your money."
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, I'll give you the reply that I got, and you can work with that because it's pretty clear, in my opinion. You give them an 8. What would I give them? And then I want to get to if you consider them one of, if not your favorite prop firm. Let's see. We got on the negative. Let's look at what's really taking points away from them. The 5-day inactivity. Is it a big issue? Not really. It's more of a pain in the ass, but it's not a big issue.
It's a potential big issue.
Yeah. The no copy trading. That's a real thorn in my side. I mean, now not so much anymore because I found a way to deal with it, and I assigned a separate computer, as I said,
Jump in real quick. You said no copy trading. It's no copy trading with another firm.
You are right. I'm sorry I didn't finish my sentence. Yep. No copy trading to another firm or no copy trading from another firm. Exactly. Let's clarify that. I'm sorry for the misspeak. So yeah, that was a thorn in my side. And then, of course, the balance cap. But you know what? I'm like Omnius, and I'm still going to give them 75, 80%. And I got to say, Omnius, are they my favorite firm? They probably are. If I'm to sit down and someone says quickly, you got 5 seconds, who's your top choice in the prop space? I think I would blurt out Bulenox if I had to come up quickly with one. I don't think they're beat. So they're definitely in the top 2. Let's just put it at that.
Bulenox is definitely one of my favorites. Another one that's kind of a newer company that's coming up that's I'm liking a lot is DayTraders. And maybe we'll do a review on them soon.
Yeah, there's a lot of firms. I want DayTraders, Lucid, Earn to Trade, Taurus Arena. We're going to have to do my funded futures with the 15-second rule because I'm going to want to enjoy tearing that apart. Take Profit Trader. I'm sure a lot of people want to know about Take Profit Trader.
Now, I was gonna mention some of those firms, and I know people are gonna say, well, hey, what about this one or this one? Why wouldn't you put them as your favorite? And the answer is because I can't trade with any company that has a 15-second rule. I am a scalper. Many of my trades don't last 15 seconds. Many of them don't last 10 seconds. Mike, some of my trades are over in half a second. And that's not micro scalping. I generally go for 15 to 20 points. I mean, how can you have a rule to tell traders that you can't go for 15, 20 points? You know, that's a lot of people's dream right there. Yep. You know, and you're going to tell people you can't go for that, and then for other people to tell me that they can't even go to a break even. I can't trade with any company that doesn't have a break. You can't go to break even. I can't trade with any company that has a 15-second rule. Sorry. So for me, that's an absolute deal breaker. I think they're great companies. I hear a lot of great things about them. And I know people show up on the stream. We talk to them. They love these companies. But for me personally, I think for Mike also, he's a scalper. It's a hard no for me.
I'm a scalper. He's a scalper. Wouldn't you want to be a scalper too? The ratings, yes. You mentioned something important, the ratings, and you were talking about the other firms. Just because me and Omnius rate Bulenox a 75 or an 80% doesn't mean that's what Bulenox is for you. Honestly, I can't see any rule that really would interfere with that kind of a rating for you. But in general, you need a prop firm that suits your needs. Not everyone trades the same. Based on the way me and Omnius trade and our requirements from a prop firm, Bulenox gets 2 thumbs up from us.
And we will have to reach out to them and get some clarification on some of these other things. But hopefully they're still looking out for the traders' best interest, and they continue to in the future. And
want to thank them for it. Go ahead.
We do need to see some of the updates. I went through the list. The end of day trial down, the website, the 5-day rule, the instructional videos. I would like to see. It's not a big must. I like to see things that benefit traders, and the best price discount and the master fees. I would like to see that. Things that benefit and encourage traders to do the right thing, not gamble, take accounts slow, and to prosper in trading.
I agree. Putting up rules that make traders, that force traders kind of to trade responsibly, is not a bad thing.
And whatever finishing statements you got, I'm done.
Just want to thank them for the eval accounts that they gave us to give away to you guys. So kudos on them for that. And our discount codes are on our streams at the bottom of the images. So choose a discount code if you're up to getting a Bulenox account right now. Don't forget, not only is it 91% off, it's 91% off recurring. Take your time, trade slow, and I guess we'll see you next week. We will be covering another prop firm, another deep dive into one of the prop firms, and we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes for that prop firm. Other than that, guys, thanks for being here. Take it easy, and we'll see you on our next stream in the morning, 9:15 or earlier.
All right, guys on the stream, appreciate you for hanging out. Not really chatting right now. See everyone this evening, tomorrow morning.
Way to go.
All right, bye. All right, guys. Bye.
Take care, guys.
The trading is done. The charts have had their say. Bulls and bears have battled. Now we call it a day. With NASDAQ's lessons learned and futures still in sight, we'll be back tomorrow chasing profits right. Streams ending soon, but we'll meet again. Markets never sleep. This is not the end. Own your future now. Let the charts reveal. With NASDAQ's rhythm, the grind is real. Some wins, some losses, that's the trader's way. We learn, adapt, and come back to play. Tomorrow brings new moves, new chances to sway. So rest up now, we'll be back to trade. Streams ending soon, but we'll meet again. Markets never sleep. This is not the end. Own your future now. Let the charts reveal. With NASDAQ's rhythm, the grind is real. So close the books, take a breath, unwind. The market's rhythm will always shine. Own your future now, let the charts reveal. With NASDAQ's rhythm, the grind is real. Streams ending soon, but we'll meet again. Markets never sleep. This is not the end. Own your future now.